Hi, this is Mike with Mike and Rick Outdoors. I'm here at 11 Mile Canyon Reservoir and we're fishing for trout, of course. We're using power bait. I got here beginning of the week. This is Friday, and I caught a couple of fish on power bait. But what I'm hearing from the locals around, that the fishing is better late in the evening, right at dark and on into the dark. The crawdads are moving around better. The fish are biting. So I'm going to try that tonight. A couple of people have mentioned that, and it makes sense. The Dream Stream is just right up the road here from where we're camping. I'm camping here at Witcher's Cove on the, I guess it's be on the south end of the lake. On the north end of the lake over there is the Marina. And there's a boat ramp here at Witcher's Cove. There's a boat ramp at the Marina, but the boat ramp here is only open on Fridays and Saturdays and Sunday. And so if you want to bring your boat in, you need to come to the Marina on the north end of the lake to put a boat in. But it's a beautiful lake. The scenery is really pretty. There's a lot of big rocks, and I recommend bringing a boat so you can get to the other side of the lake and go around. There's several islands out there, but there's no access to the islands. They got them posted pretty good. They don't want people on the islands, which is good. It leaves them in good, pristine condition. The water's really, really clear. It's a couple of days it was really windy on me, but I was still caught them in the wind, but it's just kind of, you have to battle the wind. If you got a small boat, which I do, I have a small 12.5 foot Briz boat, rubber raft. And it works well, but the wind was kind of rough on it, but it was able to handle it. But we're fishing here with power bait or worms. We have both, and we just started. Got a kind of a little bit of a late start this morning. But we're going to try tonight. We're going to try the night fishing with the worms and the power bait. And the people are saying that they really hit good and they're really catching a lot of fish at night. So we're learning. It's my first time ever to fish this reservoir, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really pretty. But it was a rough couple of days with the wind blowing. And I might mention the road leading around the lake. There's a road that goes up to the Dream Stream. It's a pretty rough road, a lot of washboarding on it, so you have to kind of take it easy and slow on that. One thing I like about this reservoir, 11 Mile Reservoir, is the scenery, especially when I was in the boat over there on the other side. This side here on the south side that I'm camping on, Witcher's Cove, is pretty much the valley side of the lake. But the other side is mountains, and the mountains just go right straight down, and I love the big rocks. They're really pretty. So that's one of the big advantages and pluses of this particular lake. And there's a lot of fish in here. There's pike, and there's the trout. Brown trout, rainbows, quite a few rainbows. The rainbows, of course, you have to fish with bait, or I've caught some on lures, but the browns, they don't generally take bait. You have to catch them. They're more of a predator fish. You have to catch them with lures. I haven't caught any browns or any pike yet, but they're here, and there's the limit on the fish is 6 fish. You can keep 6 fish per day. Only 2 of them can be over 16 inches. And pike is no limit on the pike. But I haven't been able to catch one. I'm not sure exactly how to fish for pike, but I'm learning. I talked to one guy yesterday evening, and he's caught pike out of here using some type of a streamer in the shallow areas where there's grass. And that sounds right to me. Pike would be more that type of environment versus really deep like the trout. Like the big rainbows would be down deep where it's cooler. He was telling me some type of green streamer that he was using. I've heard of that lure. Yeah, the first day that I got here, I wanted to fish the Dream Stream, which is just right up the park road here, maybe 7 or 8 miles or so. And I went up there and it looked pretty good. The river was down low, the South Platte River. And there's a bridge crossing there in the parking lot where you can park, where they made the parking lot there for fishermen. And there was a few people there. I watched one guy in one hole of water there, pretty much right there by the bridge, and he caught a 20-inch brown. and using a nymph and fly rod. But I walked up and down the upstream and downstream from the bridge about a quarter of a mile, and there was a few pockets of water, but it was pretty low. And even he told me that he was there a week ago when the water was a lot higher. So I got there when the water was a little bit too low. But I didn't catch anything, but I didn't stay that long. Storms came up, started lightning, and so I got out of there. Then I came back, started fishing the lake. But the road up there to it is, it's pretty washboarded road. You have to kind of take it easy on it. Some of the locals, though, were driving down it really fast, so you just got to use your own discretion on that road. But there's a road that goes all the way around the lake, all the way around up through past. You have to go past the Dream Stream and go around the north end of the lake to get to the big marina that's on the north end of the lake. And there's a store, marina. They got everything that you need there, of course, and there's a boat ramp there. And also, on the road going up from, on the south side of the lake, going up from the campground I'm at, Witcher's Cove is the name of it. You can get on that road going up to the Dream Stream, and you pass the Dream Stream, you go on up around the north end of the lake and come back down southward towards the marina on the other side. But up there around the Dream Stream area, of course, the Dream Stream comes out of Spinney Reservoir, and there's a road there you take off to the north to go up to Spinney to fish that. And that was my intention that week. I was going to fish, you know, a couple of days here in 11 Mile and then go over there and see what Spinney was all about. But I hadn't even touched the surface here on 11 Mile as far as fishing. So maybe the next trip I'll maybe hit Spinney, but there's a lot left here on 11 Mile for me to explore and check out. And I'm learning, as I mentioned, this evening I'm definitely going to fish at night, and it's supposed to be a lot better. The fishing picks up, they're biting better because the crawdads are moving in the dark, and so the fish are feeding better. So I'm definitely going to give that a shot this evening, and I'll update you on that, on how well that goes. And that may be the best way to fish 11 Mile is in the night, in the evenings. And it's just beautiful lake. As you can see, there's a lot of big, gorgeous rocks, and I like rocks. So it's comfortable to sit on them and set up and fish. So it's but I've been pretty much impressed. But it was rough a couple of days with the wind. I mean, yesterday was brutal. But that's just nature. You have to accept the good days and the bad days. Today's an excellent day for fishing, slight breeze. So I hope it stays this way for the whole day. Now, they have, of course, 11 Mile reservoirs dammed up. They've dammed up the South Platte River, and below the dam is 11 Mile Canyon. And that's well known for its trout fishing. And I've fished that a couple of times, and it's absolutely a beautiful canyon. There's a road that you take from Lake George, and it's 11 Mile Canyon Road, and it's about 9 or 10 miles or so. And it parallels and goes right along the river. So you can stop, and there's a lot of places you can pull off and fish. And I caught quite a few fish there, and there's a lot of trout. You can see a lot of trout in the water. And that's a lot of fun. Beautiful canyon. I highly recommend that. So in this area, you have basically 4 different features, fishing areas. You have the 11 Mile Canyon, the South Platte River, which is beautiful, as I mentioned. You have 11 Mile Canyon Reservoir. You have the Dream Stream, and then cut off right off there where the Dream Stream, where the access to that is, you can cut off north to Spinney Reservoir and fish it. So you got all of them, but it's kind of hard to hit them all at one time. You maybe have to hit one at a time on each trip. And but I did fish Dream Stream the first day I was here, but I just didn't stay very long, and the weather got me, lightning and storms and rain. So I was just concentrating here on 11 Mile Reservoir. But we're hoping to catch some fish today. We've caught a total of maybe 5 fish, 5 rainbow trout. But we're learning that tonight, evening fishing, and definitely looking forward to that tonight to see if we can catch quite a few more. Did catch one that was around 18 inches on power bait. And I got worms. I'm going to try worms too. Worms, power bait, anything natural bait like that. And you can use bait in 11 Mile. The Dream Stream is lure only, fishing lures only, no scented bait, no bait allowed in the Dream Stream. But here you can use bait in the reservoir, and I'm sure the Marina, the store there at the Marina, there's 2 stores over there. They supply everything that you need, lures, bait, ice. And there's an RV campground, a really nice big RV campground over there also. So that's kind of where you want to maybe look at first, is the Marina, especially if you got a big boat and you want to bring your RV, you can stay there and then dock your boat and spend a day on the reservoir. But it's a beautiful lake. I highly recommend trying it out and fishing it. So I'm looking forward to tonight fishing, doing some night fishing, set up our lanterns out here on the rocks so we can see the end of our rods and stuff. And see if we can catch some trout out here using power bait and worms. When the crawdads start moving around, they start feeding. And if we do good, or I'll let you know one way or the other how that turns out and update you on that in a later video. But from what I'm hearing, we'll do pretty good. I'm looking forward to that this evening. Well, we like providing these videos of these different places. We travel around, me and Rick. We go to, this is our first time to 11 Mile. Last time that I went fishing was Marimonte down there by Telluride, south of Norwood. A really nice place to fish there. So we try to provide these videos to update you on places and what they look like. I didn't know anything about 11 Mile before I got here, so the only information I would have had would have been YouTube videos to look at. So we try to provide these videos with information about the area, the methods of fishing, lures to use, what they look like, and give you good videos, drone footage of the lake, so you can see what it actually looks like before you get here. So we'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe to our channel to see more videos that we can put out to help you out in fishing around Colorado, in the Colorado area. So we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.